Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to DTAC 2026, Day 2. Joining me this afternoon is our keynote speaker for today, Richard Dean. He is a radio talk show. He was a radio talk show on Dubai Eye 103.8. Welcome, Richard, to DTAC 2026.
It's an honor to be here. Thank you.
Thank you. Today, you spoke about charismatic leadership. And within charismatic leadership, you mentioned something that caught our attention. It's a tagline that we have in Toastmasters that says, where leaders are made. How does that relate, in your opinion, to charismatic leadership?
Yeah, I'd agree with you. Leaders are made, and all the research that I cite would endorse that. The problem is that a lot of leaders or managers are lazy and don't make the effort to be made into charismatic leaders. They don't make the effort. They'll go to a course, they'll do a couple of hours here and there, maybe a training course, but they won't put in the hard yards like pathways or other coaching programs to become charismatic leaders, and that's one of the problems.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you so much. Which means what you are actually saying is that we are in the right platform in Toastmasters. You actually encourage people to take up Toastmasters, yes?
Toastmasters is great, yeah.
Okay.
And something as rigorous as Toastmasters is great. You can use whatever path you want. If you want to go down the corporate coaching route, that's fine. It's more expensive. But for a CEO or a business owner, maybe they want to spend that kind of money, which is fine. It's costly in time and costly sometimes in money as well. But you've got to put in the effort.
Okay. I recall that you mentioned in your keynote speech that if you want to take charismatic leadership seriously, you need to embark on the coaching side of it instead of just training.
Not training, no.
Okay.
Training doesn't work very well.
Okay.
You can learn a few tricks of the trade, but you need that practice, feedback, practice. Now you get that at an organization like Toastmasters,
okay,
and that mentoring is available. But that commitment every week for several years, most senior people maybe don't have that time. Now you can shortcut that a little bit if you've got your own dedicated coach,
okay,
much more expensive, but you can do that. But either way, it's got to be a process. There's got to be spaced repetition between what you do. You've got to get feedback,
yes,
and you've got to improve over a period of time. Okay. So whether that's with Toastmasters or with private coaching or a university, whatever it may be, you've got to have that process. It's not a one-off event.
Okay. I'm going to ask you a controversial question about charismatic leadership. Would you say it's something that is, can I say subjective? It depends on what you call a charismatic leader. Is dependent on the culture. Would you say it's something like that? Can you have like a blanket characterization of saying, okay, this person is a charismatic leader? Or do you think maybe there are cultural aspects to it?
Well, I'm going to defer to the great John Antonakis, professor at the University of Lausanne. He says culture has a small role to play, but fundamentally it's universal.
Okay.
Articulating a vision, supporting it with great stories and great examples, speaking with a great voice, speaking with great body language, speaking with great facial expressions. He says that is universal. Yeah, there are subtle cultural nuances, but fundamentally, those principles of charismatic leadership apply across the world. He would argue, and I wouldn't disagree with him.
Brilliant. I had never thought of that in that way before. Thank you so much for enlightening us, and thank you so much for gracing us with your presence here at DTAC 2026. And we wish you all the best with everything in your life moving forward.
It's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you.
Really appreciate the opportunity.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.